On August 31st, 2014, Reddit was flooded with a huge number of photos. But these weren't just any photos. They were private, intimate photos of celebrities. These images, which included some of the top stars at the time, were never meant for public viewing. Within a single day, a specific subreddit devoted to these images grew to over 100,000 followers, and the photos quickly spread across the internet, being viewed by millions of people. Photos of Jennifer Lawrence were particularly prevalent. At that time, Lawrence was one of the highest-earning actresses in Hollywood, renowned for her role in the Hunger Games movies. Some of these images even appeared briefly on her Wikipedia page. Following the leak, there was a noticeable spike in Google searches for her name. The response from celebrities was mixed. Some immediately denied that the images were authentic, while others scrambled to contain the spread of their private photos. Reddit responded by shutting down the subreddit a week later, but the damage had been done. Numerous websites had already begun to host the images. The incident, dubbed Celebgate, remained in the headlines for several weeks and retained its initial moniker online, known as the Fappening. This set off an intense search to uncover who was behind the leak and their methods. Are you familiar with 4chan? It's a large online forum and a pivotal part of internet culture, known as the birthplace of anonymous, rickrolling, and lolcats. 4chan hosts threads on a wide range of topics from anime and video games to technology and literature, and it allows users to post anonymously, which sometimes leads to the sharing of graphic and extreme content. In 2014, 4chan had a user base of 22 million people per month. At the end of August, days before the infamous subreddit came into existence, and weeks before Celebgate hit the mainstream, intimate photos of celebrities first surfaced there. Anon.ib is another forum, similar to 4chan, but primarily used for sharing pornographic images. It is used for users posting nude photos or videos of their ex-partners as a form of revenge, an act that is illegal in many jurisdictions, including the UK, Canada, and 48 US states. On August 26th, a user on Anon.ib claimed that several members had achieved a major breakthrough by obtaining photos of a celebrity who was very popular at the time. Initially, many users were doubtful. However, as more celebrity photos began to appear, skepticism waned. Some users started to offer new photos in exchange for money or other images, treating these pictures as highly valuable assets. One user boasted plans to sell over 60 photos of Jennifer Lawrence, along with videos. However, for most of these collectors, their schemes did not pay off financially as expected. In one post, a user later identified as Original Guy lamented that many people expected to get these images for free. He managed to earn just $120 via Bitcoin, far less than he had hoped for, considering the effort involved. Ultimately, on August 31st, 2014, one of the collectors decided to simply release the entire collection of photos on 4chan. It might have been Original Guy, or perhaps another collector. The following day, Original Guy posted a message clarifying that he wasn't solely responsible for the stolen images and the subsequent leak, describing it as a joint effort involving many people over several months. This narrative traces back to a subforum on Anon.ib known as STOL, which served as a gathering point for a small group of users involved in the scheme. All of them live in the USA and are between 20 to 30 years old. They include a teacher from Virginia, a customer support representative from Chicago, a bank cashier from Connecticut, and an e-commerce employee from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, who is married and a father of 2 children. There is also a 29-year-old man from Chicago who still lives with his parents. They are all united by a special interest. They steal and exchange private celebrity photos. Unlike typical hackers, they do not sell or publish these photos. Instead, they trade them privately among themselves, using secure communication methods such as email to avoid detection, and not sharing them openly on any public forums. This group has been actively engaging in these activities for many years and has developed a false sense of security, believing themselves to be untouchable. They frequently discuss techniques for acquiring stolen celebrity photos in public threads on various internet forums. When the photo leak occurred, it was immediately clear that the images had been extracted from personal smartphones, predominantly iPhones, belonging to the victims. Initial suspicions pointed to a security compromise in Apple's iCloud storage system. Kristen Dunst, whose private photos were among those leaked, publicly hinted at a potential breach at Apple. In response to the leak and the subsequent public speculation, she sarcastically thanked iCloud on Twitter the following day, which prompted Apple to initiate a formal investigation. 2 days later, Apple acknowledged that the leaks were indeed linked to iCloud, but clarified that they were not the result of a system breach. Instead, the incidents were identified as targeted attacks on specific celebrity iCloud accounts. The public nature of celebrity lives, which makes their personal information like birth dates or pet names easily accessible online, likely aided the hackers in their phishing attempts to break into these accounts. On August 9, 2014, weeks before the leak became public, Jennifer Lawrence experienced difficulties with her Apple ID when she couldn't log into iTunes, and her email account also began showing signs of tampering. Shortly thereafter, she received an iMessage from an unknown email address, alerting her that her Apple ID had been used to log into iCloud from an unrecognized device on August 20, 2014. The message advised her to dismiss it if she was responsible, or to change her password immediately for her security. It included a one-time code and a link to what was purported to be an Apple security website. However, this was a phishing scam designed to trick Lawrence into revealing her password. Neither Lawrence nor her assistant remember clicking the link provided in the message, but shortly afterward, her most intimate photos were leaked. The FBI quickly took action and began an investigation. A significant breakthrough occurred a month later when investigators tracked down an IP address that had been used to access more than 500 different iCloud accounts from May 2013 to August 2014, involving a total of 2,362 accesses. The internet service provider on October 10th disclosed the identity of the individual associated with this IP address, Emilio Herrera, a 29-year-old residing with his parents on the south side of Chicago. A subsequent search of Herrera's home was conducted by federal agents. Along with Herrera, 4 other individuals were implicated in the scheme. Edward Majorczyk, who used a similar phishing technique as the one used to deceive Jennifer Lawrence. Ryan Collins, who penetrated at least 50 iCloud accounts and 72 email accounts. And George Garofano, a bank employee from Connecticut. Another participant, Christopher Brannon, a teacher from Virginia, hacked over 200 accounts, some of which belonged to his colleagues, students, and even his underage stepdaughter. These men confessed to their roles in stealing and exchanging the images among themselves, although it was not proven conclusively that they had published or distributed them publicly. Consequently, their sentences were relatively mild. The exact pathway of how the images transferred from Anon AIB to 4chan remains a mystery, and the identities of the original posters or sellers of the nude photos have eluded the FBI. To this day, no one has been convicted for the publication and distribution of these images. In 2018, Dutch police discovered the server of Anon.eb in the Netherlands and promptly shut down the site. The fappening, as the incident came to be known, was not the result of an advanced or sophisticated hack. Rather, it could have been prevented with basic security measures such as strong passwords, two-factor authentication, and a healthy skepticism towards unknown links. And by the way, the public's reaction at times was frighteningly indifferent.
It's not your choice, it's in the cloud, and I've looked several times. So I guess I'm disgusting for looking. Clap if you've looked at Jennifer Lawrence's hacking pictures. Clap if you're lying because you really did look. Here we go again. A new celebrity hacking scandal over the weekend. Well, Megan Good, who's got the best breast ever. Kim Kardashian, every dime well spent. Okay?
Unfortunately, the personal lives of these celebrities were considered worthless.